Hey there retro games fans, this is Andy C from Pieces of 8-Bit. Welcome to this week's video. So at the weekend just gone, I was up at the Play Expo in Blackpool, so basically today's video I'm going to be just talking through that. Forewarning, 3 things that I've learnt. One is that if you have one of those little microphones on here, when you turn your camera off and turn it back on again, if you don't turn the microphone off and back on again, it doesn't reconnect. So some of the videos, the audio's a bit rubbish. So I'll learn from next time. It's new, I'm learning. Cut me some slack. The second is that Blackpool is really, really far away from where I live. So that was quite fun. And the third is that also recording when there is a big storm is also somewhat of an audio disaster, as you will hear. But I've recorded some pieces to camera outside, and of course at the weekend, for those of you who remember, it was Storm Amy. So yeah, it was a bit on the windy side, and even with a little furry bit on the top of my microphone, it's not great. So just forewarning that some of the audio for when I'm talking is not great. I'll do some voiceovers for the bits where it is just not working at all. But yeah, hope to give you a bit of a flavour for what it's like. So I'll stop wittering now. Let's get straight out on the road, and I'll tell you what Play Expo in Blackpool 2025 was like. See you there. Hey there, welcome to an extremely windy Blackpool. It's actually Storm Amy that's coming through at the moment. We're at the Play Expo. I managed to find a little spot outside the back just to film, just to say hey. The sea is crazy. I wanted to do a bit of an intro by the front, but it is absolutely nuts out there. You wouldn't believe it's only October. It is freezing. So thankfully we're going to be inside today. There's lots of things for us to see. Arcades, pinball, there's a shop, there's a show. I wish I'd practiced SSX. There's going to be an SSX tricky tournament today, which I really would have loved to have done. But yeah, I'm probably a little bit nervous. I was going to play it yesterday as well, bizarrely, and I didn't get around to it. But yeah, let's get back inside where it's warm and less windy. Yeah, see how it goes. I'll see you inside. Right, so we're inside. It looks really cool. Loads of cool things to see, loads of arcade machines as you saw, lots of classic machines. Market, and then over there is that's the land area, I think. And there's loads of retro consoles down the front here. Talks going on, so we're going to have a bit more of a walk around, and then we're going to get playing, and then I'll come back to you later on. So let me talk you through some of the arcade games that we were playing obviously here. I don't think it was called Dance Dance Revolution, but the family had a good go on that one. That was really cool. And then for me, this is just an absolute favourite of mine, as many of you will know. This is the moving arcade cabinet for Outrun. They had one at Retroids in Worcester, which I really love. They didn't have it for too long, but so it's always an absolute treat to play this game. I just adore it on these cabinets. It is one of my favourite things to do. Bit of a queue for it. It was difficult to get on, although as the day went on it did get kind of busy, and it was increasingly difficult to get on some of the more popular machines, but totally worth the wait, and I am hopeless at it. Had a bit of Sega Rally as well, played Oliver with that, and he beat me again, which is kind of annoying. Love a bit of Sega Rally. House of the Dead, just a brilliant point and shoot game. Really enjoyed playing on that, and again, I'm pretty hopeless at it, but I absolutely love it. I did want to play a few more shooters, but they were kind of difficult to get onto. A bit of Pac-Mania, obviously. Got to do a bit of Pac-Man, whether it's Pac-Man Classic or a bit of Pac-Mania. I think they had both here. Love a bit of Pac-Mania. Played this on the Master System actually quite a bit when I was doing my month with on that. And then obviously there was millions and millions and millions of consoles, loads and loads of consoles for people to play. Or millions, slight exaggeration. Obviously this is the kids on Super Mario Kart 64. Had a bit of a go at Ridge Racer, which of course is the month with game for the PlayStation, and I was pretty hopeless at it actually. I don't know why I couldn't get the hang of it. I'm normally not too bad at it. Bit of classic Tron. Oliver had a go at that. I had a go at that as well. Really difficult game. A really, really hard game. Yeah, but good fun nonetheless. Obviously, the light cycles is the game to play on there. Yeah, absolutely great fun playing that. I then moved over and played a little bit of this classic game, which is one of my favourite Dreamcast games, which of course is Crazy Taxi. Again, I took Q for a little while to play on this. Quite a popular game. This is the stand-up cabinet for it. Again, something that had in Metroid as well. And then alongside all of these arcade machines, of which there were many, many, many more, also had a load of pinball. There was probably about, I guess, maybe 30 pinball machines. Certainly between 20 and 30 pinball machines. There was loads and loads and loads of those. Who doesn't love a bit of pinball? Lots of different ages of pinball machines. This was a really, really cool one. This is the Addams Family one, and there's that little bit in the middle there. It's like a mini pinball, so it's got little tiny balls and little tiny flappy paddle things, the little flippers in there as well, which you can also play, which was absolutely loads and loads of fun. And then this was a fantastic event. So loads of events going on in the main hall. This was actually Play the creator. So John Romero, who's the guy behind Doom, certainly half of the team behind Doom, basically came and played, and you could go up on stage and play him at Doom and try and beat him his own game, which was really great fun. So I watched this for quite a while. They had quite a few events going on, so they had SSX as well, which I had a go of. I don't appear to have any footage for that, which is just as well because I was absolutely rubbish at it. But it was great watching Doom on the big screen, but also watching John Romero having a go at it. It was very, very serious business. It went quite quiet for a while that was going on. Yeah, well, apart from the awesome Doom soundtrack, of course, as well. So yes, that was Doom. So now on to the market. Enough for looking around. I'm going to have a proper look around now, otherwise I'm just going to be showing you crates full of games. So ultimately you'll just have to wait and see what my pickups are, if I pick anything up today. But yeah, so much to pick from. It's a really good setup actually for a market. It's probably as big as the Oxford one from the road trip I did earlier in the year, and obviously because we're in a different part of the country, lots of different exhibitors, so it's always worth coming. If you're looking for stuff, coming to different events, you tend to get the same exhibitors in local regions, and that's okay. But obviously if you're looking for some other things as well, then you'll want to come up to other events like this to try and find things. So I'm just going to go and have a look at this simulator over here, because I think Ollie's going to have a good go on that. So let's go and have a look at that and see how he's getting on. Now, this was a great little exhibit actually. This was one of the colleges in Blackpool that were kind of showing off some of their courses and some of their technology, and you can see Oliver's over on the right hand side there on an F1 simulator, which he absolutely loved. We had this amazing little radio controlled dog in the middle, which was doing all sorts of tricks, which was absolutely fantastic, fascinating, if a little freaky. And then on the left hand side was a Ready Player One simulation sort of thing where you could move around and walk, and they were playing. It looked a bit like perhaps Skyrim or something like that. So So just show you a few more snaps from the rest of the day. Yeah, and obviously here you can see I met with John Romero, as I mentioned before, one of the Doom creators. What a really nice guy he was. Took the time out to sign the book that I bought and have a little chat. And I talked about how I spent so much of my life playing on Doom during the 90s. Then I also met Jason Bradbury. For those of you who used to watch the Gadget Show, Jason Bradbury used to be on there. Really, again, really nice guy. He was taking the time out to chat to people. So that was a real treat as well.
Right, there you go. Well, that was the Play Expo at Blackpool for 2025, all done. So that's where we were, just in there, you can see. And we're back outside now, and it is slightly sunnier and nicer weather. It's been a really good day. We've had some, played a lot of arcade games, a lot of old classic consoles, bought some stuff which I'll tell you about when I get back. There we go, that is all done. So I'm probably just going to head back now and just wrap up and let you know all my final thoughts about what it's been like and whether maybe next year you should pay a visit yourself. And yeah, we're going to head into Blackpool now, and I might just take a few snaps as well and show you what the rest of my day's been like. Thankfully Storm Amy is gone now. It is still really windy, but yeah, it is at least a little bit more bearable. It's actually quite mild, surprising. It's very weird weather, but the sun is out, so maybe I'll even put my sunglasses on. So I'll see you back for my final thoughts.
So there you go, that was the Play Expo in Blackpool for 2025. What a great day that was. You can go for the whole weekend, and I could definitely spend the whole weekend there. There's so much to do. I mean, obviously there's the LAN parties and the competitions and all the talks and all those kind of things. There was a lot more things going on the Sunday that I wasn't there for. So I could easily have spent another day there, but just wanted to see if I'd enjoy it this time round. Maybe next year I'll go for 2 days, but I did want to spend a bit of time in Blackpool as well. So you saw from my snaps there, we spent a bit of time at the Pleasure Beach on the Sunday, and obviously went up into Blackpool after the event on the Saturday and had a bit of food and saw the lights and all that kind of thing, despite the fact it was insanely windy. I mean, if I'd left my car on the side of the promenade for any longer, it had probably been under a sand dune. It was absolutely ridiculous. I had to actually take it to the jet wash quite late just so I could see out the windows, because all of the spray and everything else, it made my car absolutely filthy just sitting there. It was crazy. But yeah, so many good things in that event. You know, all those pinball machines, all of those arcade machines. What a fantastic market they had as well. That was really good. So yeah, just a really good event. The biggest event of the kind that I've been to. Last year I went to Retro Revival Game Not Over up in Wolverhampton, which was a very similar sort of event, and I really enjoyed that as well. And this was the same sort of thing, but bigger still, which was just absolutely great. So really enjoyed it. And of course, importantly, I made some pickups while I was there as well. I sort of alluded to the fact that I might show you those later on if I picked anything up. Did actually pick up quite a lot of stuff. So bit of a clue. I brought it home in this fabulous drawstring pack when I went and had a chat with John Romero, and there was quite a few things to buy on the stand there, so I was carrying this around. But yeah, that's something I'm going to have to keep. But probably my favourite thing that I picked up was actually off there. So I picked a pin up, which I love that pin, it's great. Yeah, I picked up a copy of John Romero's book, Doom Guy, which just looks really fascinating. And Yeah, he actually said to me when he made Doom, it was his 90th game. I talked to him a little bit about Wolfenstein as well. He said that was his 87th game and that Doom was his 90th game. So there's going to be quite a lot of things I'm going to be interested in finding out about in here. And yeah, he signed that for me as well. So really, really fabulous. Really looking forward to getting stuck in and giving that a good read. Picked up some games as well. Picked up a Pirates of the Caribbean game for £1.50 for the DS. So I should pop that in my my newly purchased DSi XL at some point. Picked up a few games for the Nintendo 64, being as it's the month with for N64, so thought I'd get a few more games to play on there. Don't have loads of games for the N64, so I tend to go up there with a few on some of the consoles that I have a few less games on. That's what I pick up. So picked up Command & Conquer, which I played on Windows 95 a couple of weeks back, but thought I'd quite like to give that a bit more of a go on the N64. Rayman 2 as well, another really good game for the Nintendo 64, which I want to have a good look at. Another Bond game, 007, The World Is Not Enough, so might have a look at that after I've had a good look at GoldenEye. And Turok Seeds of Evil as well, also picked that up. It was only £5, so I thought might as well. Don't think I've ever played it before, actually, come to think of it. Maybe that'll be a bit between video coming up as well. Picked up a few other sort of random games, so Prince of Persia Warrior Within. So I played a lot of the Prince of Persia games, but that is not one of them, so picked that up. That was £1.50, so really a no-brainer there. Saints Row the Third. Never really got into the Saints Row games, but this was £2, so I thought I'll give that a go. Not sure if I needed to have played the others first, but I guess we'll find out. And for the Dreamcast, again, another platform that I don't have a lot of games for. Also picked up Toy Racer, which looks kind of fun. It's got online gaming, although I suspect that's probably not supported anymore. But I thought that looked quite fun, so I'm going to give that a go when I get the Dreamcast out at some point. Picked up a couple of Intellivision games, so generally speaking, if I spot Intellivision games, I will usually pick ones up that I haven't got because they are increasingly more difficult to find these days. Picked up this Buzz Bombers game, which looks quite fun. It says, bees to the right of you, bees to the left of you, bees above you, bees everywhere. Boldly into the flower garden you charge with your spray can, blasting those little buzz bombers into oblivion. Sounds delightful. Guess the decline of the bee population wasn't an issue in the early 80s, but sounds like fun nonetheless. And I also picked up this little auto racing game as well, which I thought looked quite fun actually. I thought that just a little overhead racing game, which I'll have a look at when we have a look at the Intellivision in the not too distant future. And then probably my next favourite after the book was also picked up this beautifully packaged original Game Boy Advance. So I have the Game Boy Advance SP. There is no practical reason why I wanted the Game Boy Advance, but I owned an SP before back in the annals of history, but I never owned the original Game Boy Advance, so thought I'd give that a go as well and see what it's like. And already I can tell how much better the SP is than the original one, because it doesn't have a backlit screen, but it is in really, really good condition. And I do love the design of these, so wanted to give that a look as well. So I've got that to add to my collection. They had some amazing consoles there, though I could have spent a lot of money. They had a modded 3DO, which replaced the CD mechanism with a USB reader with all the games on it. There was this was the same guy that I bought the Game Boy Advance from. He also had a Neo Geo CD as well, which had also been modded and fixed, and he wanted over £400 for that, which looked amazing, and it was very, very tempting, I have to say. There was a ColecoVision there that was all boxed that was over 200 quid. I think that was also the same guy. So there were some really good consoles. It made me think about some of the things I would really like to have in my collection in the future, but are now getting increasingly expensive. Also had a PC Engine TurboGrafx as well. So yeah, there was lots of things I could have bought. So I thought I was quite restrained, if I'm honest. So yes. So all in all, a really, really great event. Definitely would recommend for the future. I will almost certainly be making another trip up there again next year. It is just a bit of a long trek for me from the Midlands up to Blackpool, but it was nice because we stayed overnight, stayed in a Premier Inn overnight, and obviously spent a bit of time in Blackpool on the Sunday as well, as I mentioned before. So yes, that was it. That was that's it all done. So coming up on the channel, we've got Ridge Racer coming up, and also going to be looking at some more N64 stuff as part of the month with. So I'm going to be having a look at GoldenEye very shortly, and talking about whether I think it's deserving of its greatest game ever made reputation that it has. Yeah, those are the sort of the main things coming up. Obviously, keep an eye open for my Monday Minute. So I recently did the Sensible Soccer one, which was fab, and making me want to go play that again as well. And we'll also be doing some more probably N64 games on the Bit Between, which is on a Wednesday. So that is probably it for me for today. So thanks very much for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, please do hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future content. And yeah, just leaves me to say, please do all take care of yourselves, and I will see you around. Bye for now.